This is Winnie. This is Jelly. This is Narissa. This is Zuhan. This is Karen. This is Yvonne. And I'm Chelsea. Today, we'd like to talk about the impact of COVID-19 on tourism industry. We divided the presentation into 5 parts. First of all, we are going to start with introduction. Since 2020, the whole world has been affected seriously by COVID-19. In order to prevent the spread of pandemic, many countries have taken measures to reduce infection. Therefore, the solutions based on government subsidy and measures taken by travel agency. Our research is explore the impact of them to provide the suggestions for government and travel agency. The second part is literature review. The restriction of border has stopped people from entering Taiwan, as you can see the chart. The number of outbound and inbound achieved 4 million in 2019, but in 2020, the number reduced about 1.5 million. That has reduced over 50% from February to March in 2020.
The tourism industry is susceptible to financial distress caused by external factors. According to results in 2003, the number of visitors to Taiwan decreased significantly, and Taiwan was included in the travel advisory list of countries in a few months. In 2008, a global financial crisis also affected the tourism industry seriously. Both the revenue and the number of practitioners had changed. According to this graph, the financial crisis in H1N1 happened from 2008 to 2009 and caused the revenue decline. In 2020, because of COVID-19, many industry has faced the financial distress in Taiwan, especially the tourism industry. And the many travel agencies in Taiwan has closed down, and the number of banquets increased in October compared with September. Including the SARS, financial crisis, and the COVID-19, the tourism industry has faced the financial distress in Taiwan. Therefore, the government proposed a subsidy plan, and the tourism industry made some strategy to overcome this crisis.
And to help tourism industry, Taiwanese government allocated about 50 billion NT dollars to relief. And we mentioned 2 types of tourism subsidy. The first is travel agency subsidy. In relief package 2.0, the government offered the travel agency subsidy for 3 months. However, the program didn't set a proper standard, which cost less than 5% of guide get the subsidies. And second is tourism subsidy, including group travel subsidy, accommodation subsidy, and amusement park ticket discount to promote domestic travel. And because the pandemic restricted international travel, some companies found a new commercial opportunity. Based on the experience, for instance, museums hold online exhibition, Airbnb provides virtual experience so that people can travel around the world at home. And besides, some companies start to change their operation way. Airlines transfer their passenger planes to carry cargoes. And this is our research question. The first is, what were the effects of government subsidies on travel agency and consumers? The second one is, what measures did travel agency take to adapt to COVID-19?
The third part, I'm going to talk about our research methodology. Our instrument is one-on-one interview. The participants included 3 employees and a manager to help us to realize the impact of COVID-19 on travel agency. And 7 consumers provided different viewpoints to verify their opinions. However, there were 5 protocols to process the interview guide. About travel agencies, the protocols are based on their impact, experience, and their suggestions and opinions. And the research protocol for consumers are based on their career and the frequencies of going abroad and their thoughts. We use recording and notes to record the interview. Then we send the transcript to the interviewees to proofread the content. Then after that, we analyze the data via thematic analysis. The next part is our result. which indicates the different viewpoints about government subsidy and measures taken by travel agencies.
Chinese government provided subsidies to travel agency and consumers. For travel agency, the employees considered they improved the willingness of exported tourists, but they benefited consumers rather than travel agency. However, while employees don't know much what the government offers subsidies, nearly $20,000 and $70,000 for tour guides and tour groups. They relieve their operating difficulty indeed for the manager. On the other side, they improved the domestic travel rate, but consumers thought the hotel's quality didn't meet expectation. Besides, for the old generation, there were few platforms to get information. The measures taken by travel agency was to offer particular itineraries such as ecotourism or travel tours, but employees considered they couldn't have much, and the manager proposed offering a flexible itinerary such as drone travel. However, travel agencies still had to cut some personnel costs to reduce the operating expenses. As for consumers, they prefer self-guided to feature tours because of the price and the flexibility.
The last part is the conclusion and suggestions. Above all the research, there are three potential threats that travel agencies may face during the time. First, although the government investing about 40.23 billion NT dollars as a subsidy for travel agencies and people to decrease their budget, it might not be a long-term solution against the COVID-19 because of the limitations. Second, many travel agencies actively promoted the domestic travel after the restrictions. However, people prefer the self-guided tour to escorting tour due to the flexible itineraries and lower expenses. Finally, compared to the young people, the elders are unfamiliar with the internet. The government should give more information on the TV and newspaper. Moreover, cooperate with other industry and increase the collaborative hotel also can improve the customer satisfaction. It is suggesting that the company can cooperate with the local night markets and give the vouchers for the guests in the hotels, or people can choose the suitable room for themselves. These consequences are what the government needs to improve. We think it's necessary that travel agencies do the transformation, because compared to the SARS, COVID-19 had a huge impact on travel agencies. Although the government released the bubble travel to below, the result didn't meet what people expected due to the high price and 9-day quarantine. However, there is a successful case from China Airlines. They have gained additional income by remodeling the passenger planes to carry cargoes. According to the successful case above, travel agencies can consider cooperating with different industries. For example, they can cooperate with KOL to increase exposure and develop online travel agencies to expand diverse products. As for the government, it should increase vaccination coverage to help people get back to normal life. Also, the stimulating spending is essential to promote economic growth. In 2020, the consumption increased up to 30 billion because of triple stimulus vouchers. In 2021, the quintuple stimulus vouchers and extra bonus vouchers were released in digital distribution. And many industries launched the promotions by using vouchers, such as hotels and amusement parks. Therefore, the stimulus vouchers contributed to the benefits of tourism industry indeed. But due to the digital vouchers, the government must help certain small stores to make digital transformation to improve economic efficiency. This is the end of our presentation. Thank you for your attention.